Nicholas Young is sure a jury will agree he's no radical Islamic terrorist. First he might have to convince them he's not a neo-Nazi. "I can't wait to go to trial," Young said in a phone interview from a Virginia jail. "Frankly, my case isn't like any other terrorism-related case that anyone's ever brought forward." He's right. Young is the only U.S. police officer to ever face terrorism charges, a case brought after he was under FBI surveillance during 6 of the 13 years he patrolled the D.C. metro system. The 36-year-old Alexandria native is also a Muslim convert who used to dress up as a Nazi officer in reenactments, according to court documents, and kept a prayer list that included Saddam Hussein and Hitler. And he's a Ron Paul supporter who used his vacation time to fight in a civil war on the other side of the world. At a trial set for December in Alexandria, federal prosecutors plan to pursue a novel argument. They will paint Young as a violent-minded believer in an alliance between Islamic and white supremacist terrorism at a time when both are sowing fear across the country. "It's a unique case, it's a unique defendant," Assistant U.S. Attorney Gordon Kromberg said in court last month. "The defendant was an adherent of both. The common enemy is hatred of the Jews." Police officer for D.C. subway system accused of trying to help ISIS. Young says his historical enthusiasms and dark sense of humor have been distorted to wrongly portray him as man with long-standing terroristic proclivities. His only crime, he contends, was trying to help a friend who turned out to be an FBI informant. His defense team argues he was entrapped. "They're really grasping at straws here, trying to take everything I said out of context and take it in the most sinister light," Young said. During an hours-long interview from the Northern Neck Regional Jail in Warsaw, VA. This summer, he discussed his interest in military history, his relationship with the FBI and his 2 trips to join rebel groups fighting against Muammar Gaddafi in Libya. The alleged crime for which he was arrested in the summer of 2016 was nonviolent. He is accused of lying to the FBI about someone he thought had joined the Islamic State and sending that person $245 in mobile messaging cards. There was no threat to the metro system, officials emphasized at the time. But Young's words and interests, some of which a judge has ruled could be used against him at trial, were incendiary. He honored a pre-Nazi far-right German group on his license plate, tattooed the logo of an SS unit on his arm and used Hitler's birthday as an online password. Authorities say he joked with informants about wanting a female slave, smuggling weapons into federal court, and torturing and killing FBI agents. Young was first contacted by the FBI in 2010 as authorities were investigating an acquaintance he knew through college and a local mosque. Court papers say Young told agents he was shocked by the allegations against Zachary Chesser, who was ultimately convicted of trying to join an Al-Qaeda-linked terrorist group and threatening the creators of South Park. Chesser, the defense says, later indicated he remembered Young as a conservative police officer uninterested in jihad. In the years that followed, Young never left the FBI's radar.